the agenda of the regular board meeting, President Board of Trustees, Burnham, Cook County, Illinois. Today is November 24th, and at this time I would ask the clerk to call the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Here.
Trustee Bonner? Trustee Garcia? Trustee Greer? Trustee Richardson?
Here.
Trustee Claybrook?
Okay, we have a form as president, can we stand?
Of the United States of which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Any approval of corrections of the minutes of the last board meeting held on November 10th, 2020? Any correction to the minutes? If there are no correction to the minutes, I will ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the work for November 10th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
The motion on the floor by trustee Caplan, need a second, please.
Second.
Second by trustee Richardson to approve the minutes from November 10th. Clerk, take the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner? Abstain. Trustee Garcia? Yes. Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes. Motion passed, thank you. So we'll do the open session, we'll start that, but in the event of the call come through, then I'm gonna ask that the public comment will just wait. Okay. I'll ask for a motion to open the meeting to the public.
I'll make a motion to open the meeting to the public.
There's a motion for trustee Claybrook, do we have a second? Second by trustee Bonner, clerk, take the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner? Yes. Trustee Garcia? Yes. Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Motion passed, meeting is now open to the public.
Are you waiting for somebody to come in or by phone?
No, it'll be on the phone.
Okay. My name's John Hyduk. Last meeting I was here, remember I brought up my fire department donation, and I like to keep all my donations between me and the Lord, and that way I feel I'm gonna get my blessing from Him. But Mayor, you suggested that you wanted to know, so having said that, I figure I'm still gonna get blessed by the donation, but I'd like to tell you, you wanted to know so bad. I gave $100 donation. This is my statement, there's no question here. I gave $100 donation, and feel free to anybody on the board who'd like to give whatever they want to give. That's all I wanted to tell you. You asked, and I'm answering your question from that last meeting. That's all.
But let me say this, I did not ask you how much you donated. I mean,
Actually, you did.
Wait a minute, you stood up and said,
I was challenging you, and you said how much.
No, I'm saying, you stood up and said that you donated, and you wanted everybody else here to donate. And then I said, well, no, that's not your concern, that's none of your business. And then I said, well, then how much you donated? I mean, but that was a rhetorical question. I mean, I was not asking you per se as to how much.
Technically, my word was I challenged you guys to match it. That's all I was saying. Nobody was demanding anything.
I mean, but that's not your job. Go ahead.
It's not a job at all.
I mean, go ahead.
It's just suggestion. You guys are in charge of the fire department. I thought maybe you would have wanted to back up your fire department financially. That's all. That's all it was.
And I've been supporting the fire department ever since I've been here.
Good for you.
Just started. Go
Good
ahead.
for you. I didn't feel it was going to be that big of a deal tonight.
Okay.
Um,
I wouldn't have brought it up, but go ahead.
Okay, Mayor, you've said in the past too that you'd like us to work together. You stress that all the time. We agree with that. I agree with that. What bothers me here is I wasn't even planning on bringing up the protest last time I was here. I was part of it, but I wasn't going to bring it up. You did, and you say you like to work together, and the only thing you said concerning the protest is you made fun of us for being out there. Mayor, that's all we wanted to do. You made fun of us. You said, yeah, a lot of people might have been from out of town. You didn't support us at all. And that's all we were asking to do was talk to you. I'm not here to argue with any of the points I'm making tonight. I'm only making that point. You made fun of us. You said there's some people from out of town that have come in, blah, blah. You had no idea. I wish you would have come out there. I had one of the megaphones. That's all I was asking people to come on out and talk to us because you had canceled the 2 previous meetings before that. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have had the protest. We wanted to talk to you. Then I come here, like I say, you just made fun of us. Mayor, I've been thinking about it. You got elected in 2005, okay? When you were elected, you were working for the people, you were listening to the people, and you were talking to the people. Well, that was your job description back then, and it seems like your job description hasn't changed at all, but you have. Okay? My third point here is concerning the FOIA response. I had, the last meeting we were here, Jerry Hunter said that, Jerry Hunter lives in the same block as I do. He suggested that our sewers haven't been cleaned in 10, 20, 30 years. I don't know. You shook your head like you are now. And you came out and you said that you have records saying otherwise. I says, okay. I trust but verify. I do that to Hunter, I do that to you and everybody else here I talk to. Well, I sent in a FOIA asking specifically about my block. When's the last time, because I figured you got the files, when's the last time they were cleaned? Well, I understand the FOIA department, the FOIA officer, I talked to her, she said she reports to the clerk's office. Clerk Chavez reinforced that, she backed it up, she says, yes, that's my department. Well, the response that I got asking simply, when was the last time on record that our block was cleaned? Instead of getting a date, I got, and I quote, after an extensive search, nothing on record in the last 6 months has been discovered. Now, with COVID going on and everything, the last thing we expected to hear was within last month. I figured I want to know 10, 20, 30 years ago, when was it? We do not need a sarcastic, smart-mouthed response from the clerk's office concerning any kind of official document for the residents. When you get a response from a clerk like that, perhaps it's time for a change as well, okay? Next, my fourth point, I have one more point after this. The 2018 water rates were more than tripled on us back in 18, including that surcharge, surtax that was added on. I haven't kept track of it, but initially it was 3,000 gallons minimum a month. Now as I speak, I believe it's 1,000 gallons a month. I don't know why you guys dropped it down to that. I'm thinking you got some pressure from the seniors or whatnot. What scares the heck out of me is after the next election, what's to stop you guys from jacking them right back up again? That's the point I want to make there. Also, I want to make concerning the rate increase. Clerk Chavez, I asked you about a year or two ago about the 3% rate increase. Why did you have a 20-year 3% rate increase for the next 20 years? You told me that Chicago and Hammond were raising our rates. Well, I FOIA'd that and found out Chicago and Hammond based their rates on, they determine it year by year, by inflation, I believe it is. So that turned out not to be true. My question is, you told me that. My question is, where did the 3% increase come from then? Whose idea was it? Where did it come from? Lastly, I want to say concerning the recent FOIA that I asked for concerning the grants. Again, I want to ask, as far as the FOIA the FOIA department goes, Clerk Chavez, you said that you're in charge of the FOIA officer. Well, I went and pushed the tab on the FOIA requests. It says that you've got to submit it in writing to the department. It says submit your request to the office of the mayor, attention Stephanie Purnell. Well, which one is it? Do we submit which department is the FOIA office part of? The mayor's or the clerk's? Because I did that.
It's the clerks.
But the website was updated in the past week or two, and that's never been on the website before. That she's part of the mayor's office, the FOIA officer. Is it part of both your offices then?
We all work together. This is one administration, so it's all together. Go ahead.
Is it? Okay, okay. Now, the last FOIA that I requested was concerning the grants. The total applications for 2018, 2019, and 2020. I didn't ask for specific jobs to be done. As I come to find, I didn't know anything about this till I started looking in the paperwork you guys gave back to us. And come to find, you haven't requested a single grant in 2018, 2019, and for them 3 years, the only thing on record that you've requested money for from the county is for the 145th water main. I can't understand, why the heck would you not? That's all you gotta do. They could just say yes.
Are you done?
No, I'm asking you, can you respond to me before you close the meeting to the public?
When you sit down, I will.
Okay, I'm gonna keep you at your word.
Thank Thank you. Any other comment from the public?
As far as what he's saying, if he goes and look on October 20th, where it says Hammond proposed water price hike, please, for this group of customers looking for cover,
I'm
Give me
sorry.
your name.
Can you
Oh.
state your name for the record, please?
Roshonda. Roshunda, last name Deloach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So if he was looking and he goes to the meeting that they had in Hammond on October the 20th, because as he was talking, I pulled it up. It says Hammond proposed water hike leaves multiple customers looking for cover. Price has been unchanged since 1985. A proposed water hike increase to all Hammond customers, consumers concerned over what that might mean for their budget. So the mayor, Thompson Dermott Jr., proposed to raise the water rates $1.90 per 1,000 gallons in most cases, telling this to his city council members as it is on October 11th. So if he goes there, he will read it and understand. I'm done.
Thank you for that information. Thank you.
If I may, it was concerning a 20-year schedule of 3% a year.
Are there any other public comments?
But they didn't have a raise hike since 1985.
There is no 20-year schedule anywhere. I want to know where that originated is all.
If you go and look, they'll tell you.
That's Hammond.
That's
I'm talking about here.
Read to the public.
Mayor, you said you respond to me before you close it. Mayor, please.
We need a second?
No, you're closing the meeting to public. Please respond to me.
I will.
I'll
We need
second.
a second? Will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia? Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Thank you for
Motion
coming.
passed. Meeting is now closed to the public. Thank you. As far as the water rate increase goes, and we've indicated this several times, and the problem is that sometimes we just have to keep going over the same thing over and over and over and over again.
Like 51st dates.
And that's very vexing, to have to continue to do that. And you keep coming back with the same questions all the time.
I asked a simple question.
Now, the answer to that question is,
The 3% increase, where did it come from?
it came from that was recommended to us by our financial people, the auditor. At the time when we were trying to get the loan from the EPA, we did not have sufficient funds, to buy the water meters and had that whole process taken care of. And that's what they calculated, over 20 years at 3%. Okay? And that's where that came from.
You suspended the next 2 increases.
You spoke already, Mr. Hodges.
He said he would talk to me outside during the meeting. Now he closed it. Luce, I'm trying to be.
Listen.
Well, you're not supposed to speak.
This is by design. This is politics. This is why you got to go.
Now, if you want me to answer your question, then you can.
During the meeting. Go ahead, Mayor.
I answer for you how I see fit.
The politics have to stop, sir.
All right, Mr. Whitehouse. All right, and as I was saying, 3% was based on a 20-year schedule. Okay, since we came up with an alternate plan, and thanks to Mr. Andre Lewis, that we was able to get this project done and get it paid for. And therefore, it was not necessary for us to do that. We only did that at the recommendation of the accountant, because that's what they recommended for us to do in order for us to get the loan.
For 20
That
years.
is why that was done.
For
That is
20
why
years.
that was done. That's why that was done.
I'm trying to talk and work with you as well. That doesn't make any sense for 20 years. Not a year at a time, not 3 years,
I'm
20
telling
years.
you- I'm telling you what it was recommended to us, John. That's the wrong thing I'm telling you.
You're telling me I couldn't understand you because I'm asked.
I said, that's what they recommended we do.
Do you do everything they recommend you?
You know what? I tell you what,
I'm saying 20 years, Mayor?
that's wrong with you.
Okay.
This time we have anything from the clerk? I can't get no sense to it.
Now we can quit.
I have one item. So the Cook County Board of Commissioners today voted to waive late fees for 2 months on both property tax installments due in 2021. Giving cash-strapped property owners more time to juggle their finances, Treasurer Maria Pappas said the board unanimously waived for 2 months the 1.5% per month late fee on tax year 2020 property taxes according to the news release specifically. The first installment of 2020 taxes is due March 2nd, 2021, with the application of late charge moved back to May 3rd, 2021. The second installment of 2020's taxes due August 2nd, 2021, with application of late charges moved back to October 1st, 2021. And that is all I have.
Yeah, thank you, Claire. Let me go back, for the 2018, I mean, we put in every year for grants. Sometimes we don't get the grant. We put in for commission block grants. We mainly use those for street resurfacing. So we didn't get anything for 2018. We always put the application in. The regular application we put in for 2019, that didn't come through. And this project for the water project, it was awarded, in 2020, but it was actually for 2019, so they put it on that schedule. Of course, I am trying to.
Can I speak?
No.
Mayor, this is dictatorship. Thank you for your time, sir.
And so the village of Burnham, like I was saying before, it's doing good. And we're making great progress throughout the village. I don't care what you said, I don't care what you think, I really don't care. I really don't.
That's more like Mayor Polk, I know.
I really don't care what you think, because I know that you're gonna be, I know you're gonna be a problem anyway, when you do that at every meeting.
You mean by asking questions?
By annoying and vexing and condescending everybody, that's what I.
I'm asking you questions, that's all I'm
When
doing.
you're vexing, you're trying to be annoying.
I'm respectfully asking questions, that's all I'm doing. And you're getting mad at me.
No, you're creating problems.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Why you creating problems?
Continue with the meeting?
All you do is come to the meeting and disrupt.
And ask questions, that's all I do. You've run the meeting, you've run the village for the first 13 years, you didn't see me. Come 2018, you jacked up our water rates, otherwise you would still never see me.
But we also jacked up our own water rates.
Is that your answer?
Or anything we charge.
You got
have
better
to
than
pay
that?
too, right?
I'm being respectful, do you have a better answer than that?
I answer-
A lot of seniors are hurting. A lot of multifamily, they're hurting with these new water meters.
No.
New water meters, you didn't need the jack up the rates. All by themselves, their bills have skyrocketed.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Prices of cigarettes went up too.
You use the amount, no, you pay for the amount of water you use,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So, you live by yourself, so I imagine that your rate is kind of cheap.
The meters are more accurate. By that self, you're gonna get more money coming to Burnham. I'm looking out for, not myself.
Yeah, but if
I'm
you
cheap,
use
I only have, you're right, it's just me.
but if you use
I
the
see
water-
8, 10 people living in a house.
Okay, then you gotta pay extra. gotta
You
pay
don't
extra.
have to raise the rates, the water meter itself would raise their bills.
No,
I'm being fair.
you're being naive. Okay, public education, health and welfare, safety trustee, she's not in, does anybody have anything to report on that committee? Well, I guess I'll report that on Saturday, we're having COVID testing here, the rapid COVID testing. That'll start from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and it'll be this Saturday here at the community center. We will also give out some food boxes, to the residents, and, so if you know of somebody that's in need, need a food box, to have them come here on Saturday. Then we will give. Well, they're supposed to come inside and then you have to wait like 15 or 20 minutes to get to the yeah, yeah. And that'll be on Saturday, 28th.
I'm sorry, is this, the rapid testing, is it, available for everyone or only Burnham residents?
No, it's everyone.
Do they need to make an appointment or can they?
It's gonna be
No,
crowded.
you'll just be walking in. Now, you'll have to pay, like you can use Medicare, you can use your insurance, and, some people pay on their own, so it may depend. And by it being a rapid test, they charge for it, but you get the results that quickly, as opposed to 5 or 6 days.
And more information's on the website. It's in Spanish and in English.
But is there a cost, like she asked, is the cost on the website too? Of how much it would be if you don't have insurance? Cause I know most insurances will cover it, but if, cause I've heard they're expensive, I don't know. Doing that out of pocket, it's like over $100.
Yeah. I think he told me it was
$100 for an accurate one.
Okay,
I have it, it says, free COVID testing and flu shots with Medicaid, Medicare, and private insurance. It doesn't have a price on it.
But you said free, right?
Oh, it says free, that's what it says, free
Right,
COVID
it's
testing
free
and flu
if you have
shots.
insurance.
If you have
yeah,
insurance.
but he told me 165.
So can someone, sorry, but can someone come in just for a flu shot, if they wanted that?
I would think so.
Also, it's a number on here you can call, 708-737-2676 if you have any questions.
2676?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Public Works and Building, trustee Clay Brooks.
Good evening. Good evening. We have a few things, we're still able to, rake your leaves to the bikeways, that's going good, I witnessed them, picking the leaves up. Also, all of the equipment is ready for the winter months and, geared up and service. And I just wanna wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and a safe one. And that's all I have.
And I would like to add to this week that, one of the Public Works guys is on vacation, and the other guys, might be off, waiting on COVID results and having some symptoms, so right now, we don't really have anybody, so we probably have to stay there a little bit longer, and hopefully it don't snow on us too much, so, but we will take care of them, and, we always try to take care of the business of the community. I mean, ordinance resolution plan.
Well, I have a comment about the streets. The state was out today cleaning the gutters on Burnham Avenue, like to get the leaves out. And there was a big branch laying in the road by the curb, and they didn't pick it up. They like drove right by it, and it's still there, actually. Did you notice it? How did they not pick it up? They were on that side picking the leaves out of the drains.
I guess you're gonna put it behind the house.
Yeah, but I forgot when I came back in the house. If it's still there, I'll get it when I get home. But it's a big branch that fell off the tree that's been laying there. They just drove right around it.
Ordinance resolution and plan, trustee Garcia. Finance, trustee Cap.
I just have one item. I'd like to make a motion to approve the payment of this month's bills.
We have a motion on the floor by trustee Cap to approve the bills for November. And second by trustee Claybrook, will clerk take the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Burnham? Yes. Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Motion passed. You got anything else, trustee Cap?
That's all I have. Thank you.
Cover utility, trustee Richardson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
ComEd has a program that will give a $500 grant if you have been approved, by CETA. So you can, Roshonda, you wanna tell me?
Yeah, so basically what happens is, once you have been approved for CEDAR, then you go to ComEd, you log into your ComEd account, where it says, divert bill or something about billing, no, it'll say billing options. You click onto that. Once you click onto that, you will see ComEd Cares. Once you see ComEd Cares, you will put in your account number, your name, I think the amount that is owed, and your address. And then they'll ask if the bill is in your name, you say yes. It'll take about 2 to 3 weeks to get it, but let's say for instance, ComEd paid your bill back in April, and you apply for this and you still have an outstanding balance. As long as you have CEDAR, they'll pay the $500, because I assisted a couple of people with it, and I went into their account with them, and they paid the $500. It's nothing that you have to pay back or anything. So if you know someone, just tell them, once they approve for CEDAR, they go in ComEd Cares, and then put their information. It'll take about 2 weeks, and then they'll credit them their account.
Thank you. And I just wanna wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving as well.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And also, one more thing, CEDAR, if you go onto the CEDAR website, they also assist people with paying their water bills. I don't know the criteria, but you can put in for it. The office I know is in Harvey. You just go to their website, fill out the information. It may take 3 weeks for someone to contact you. And basically, once a worker get in contact with you, you'll upload your information, and they should be able to assist you from there. I don't know the amount that they
That's
will
also
pay.
on our website,
Yeah.
under services.
Okay, thank you. Is there any petition?
Wait, I forgot Parks and Recreation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Trustee
good evening,
Burnham.
no report.
Put 'em.
I'm sorry, trustee Burnham, Park and Recreation.
No report.
And thank you, trustee Burnham. Is there any, presentation of petitions? Communication, memorials, or remonstrances? Well, I had kind of said at a couple of meetings, the village of Burnham is working on a December surprise for the community. However, it does not look like we're gonna be able to get it completed in December, so we probably gonna have to push it to January, and that's all I can say about it. Then unfinished business.
Oh, one moment,
Yes.
I'd like to take a moment and give a moment of silence for, Officer Bernard Dowski Senior, who was, laid to rest on last week.
All right, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
They didn't have a service then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, a little one or something.
Is there any unfinished business? Is there any new business? I would guess they talk, so I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, man.
Elise Collins?
I'm sorry.
You're on.
You come to the meeting, hard to show you up to class.
You know that.
Good evening. I'm sorry. Hope you ready?
Above the grass.
Not yet, there's only one. No one, second.
Oh, I'll make a second.
Not yet.
Who's, the area going down the Burnham Avenue Bridge?
Good evening, how you doing? This is, good evening, President, how you doing? This is President Tony Framework of the County Board, so good to hear from you today, so everybody listening to you, President.
Well, thank you very much. I want you to know that we're grateful for the partnership we've established, with Burnham Park, and we look forward to continuing to work with you, particularly in light of the challenges we face around COVID. Today is the day in which the budget of the county was passed, and I just want to share with you that there are no new taxes. I know that's particularly important to the Southland, which struggles with, high property taxes, so there are no new
thank you very much, Mr. President, we certainly appreciate you, and the village of Burnham is making great progress, as I tell people all the time, and I appreciate working with all the leaders in the Southland, and over the period of time that I've been here, we've been able to, create collaboration with the people, and I certainly do appreciate you, and this is gonna go a long way, and I certainly want to let the residents of the community know that you did call in this evening, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor, we're grateful.
All right, good evening.
I hope you and your family and all of the folks on the call have a
All right, take care, thank you, you too, thank you. All right, Al.
Yeah.
Did you want to let everyone know about the new program to help the individuals who become homeless as a consequence of the economic conditions?
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, that was yesterday. A program to support those who are facing eviction, if they're renters or foreclosure, if they're homeowners. And that program will be, similar to the one we enacted a decade ago, as we were faced with a terrible housing crisis and depression. And we're putting that program in place as we know that many of our residents will be struggling to pay their bills, whether it's their rent or their mortgage, in the months ahead. And we want to provide them with as much assistance as we can to keep them in their homes. So that program was kicked off yesterday, and it will start the first of the year, to meet the needs of our residents, as I said, whether they're homeowners or renters.
Okay, thanks again, and we'll look it up, and we'll get it out to the community on our next building for the people of Burnham. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, good evening, thank you. I will ask for a moment to close the meeting to the public.
Trustee Bonner already did, so.
I'll
second.
second.
Okay, Ms. Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Bonner?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Motion passed, the meeting is over, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Oh, that was